Me, me am so confused by this Convergence event coming up on DC. Me am so confused. Me am doesn't know what to do. Me am doesn't know what to think. Ugh, Convergence is coming, folks. This is the last month, I guess, of DC's series, regular series. It's the last month of New 52. The moniker New 52 will be no more. DC's going in a vast, new, different direction. But anyway, welcome to the Comic Book Hall, number 26. I cannot believe we're already up to number 26. And we are now known as the Hump Day Hall. The Hump Day Hall. Wednesday is my favorite day. It's the day that I get to get my comics. Middle of the week. Over the hump. Only 2 more days till the weekend for me. And I hope you're in the same boat as me. And if you gotta work on weekends, I feel for you. I did it for years. Working in the restaurant business as a waiter and a bartender for a number of years. But I'm no longer doing that. I have a working stiff job now. But why me am so confused? I guess I don't know what I'm going to do about Convergence. Apparently there's going to be 42-issue miniseries. I don't even know what titles they're picking. I'm not sure if I'm just going to stick to my titles if I do decide to buy Convergence stuff. I don't know. I guess it has something to do with Brainiac, and he's able to shrink worlds, and he's keeping them in jars and stuff. And I guess, I don't know, I'm looking at it here. It says that there'll be 42-part miniseries, and it's going to refresh your memory on historic moments and characters' decisions from before the New 52 universe. Wow. Okay. And they're going to release, I guess, 10 titles every week on these miniseries. Sounds like a lot, man. I don't know. Me am so confused, but me am got my first book of the haul this week. Me am excited because me am going to see Bizarro, and if you know who Bizarro is, you know why I keep saying me am. Okay? Return to the Bizarro world. I guess Spider-Man. Superman gets sucked through the multiverse, Spider-Verse, you know. And he ends up on the Bizarro world. Now, this is written by Greg Pak, coloring by Will Quintana, and artwork by Aaron Cutter. I'm not familiar with him, or Cooter, but this looks like a lot of fun, this book. We got a lot of different characters in here. Bizarro's square planet. That's right, his planet is square, people. So this looks like they're going to have a lot of fun in this issue. I'm not sure why Superman got sucked through the multiverse, but he does end up doing battle with Bizarro. Kind of unique looking art in here. You even get introduced to the Injustice League in here. Because, you know, it's a Bizarro world. So Justice League, Injustice League, Doom Bizarro. Okay? So lots of cool stuff in here. I'm really looking forward to reading this. Big decision. Another big reason why I got this book was for nostalgia purposes. There's a cool Batman. Bizarro Batman. The Bill and Ted variant movie cover. Right? Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I know that maybe some of you younger guys might not remember Bill and Ted's, but damn, I remember Bill and Ted's. I remember Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter, Ted Theodore Logan, Bill S. Preston Esquire, George Carlin was in it. I remember their school teacher was freaking Bernie Casey. He got mad at them because the only thing they could tell them about Caesar was that it's a salad dressing dude. And they had to go through history in this telephone booth that could go through time, pick up historical figures throughout time, use these figures in a presentation, an oral presentation at their high school, San Dimas. See how I remember a lot about this. They need to get an A or else they're going to fail and the whole universe ends. if they don't pass that class. By the way, as a side note, I guess Boom Comics is doing a Bill and Ted's mini-series, 6-issue mini-series. I was this close to getting it, but I figured we'll keep it to the variant cover on Action Comics. All right, more DC stuff. Batman Arkham Knight, and this is a prequel to the upcoming Arkham Knight video game that is coming out that I'm probably going to get on Xbox One. I don't think that game comes out until like June. I've played the other games in the series. I've played, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. I had to quit playing Arkham Origins because I couldn't get past the fucking part where you fight, I think it was Deadpool. I couldn't get past that part. Was it Deadpool or somebody? Somebody with a staff, and it was a ridiculous boss battle, and oh my god, I couldn't do it. So this closes the gap between Arkham City and Arkham Knight. I guess Joker is dead in here. And I leafed through it. Joker's dead. There's like some appearance of the Penguin. It looks pretty cool. I like it. Check this out. Spoiler alert. Someone's on the morgue table, on the slab, but it may not be what it appears to be. I don't know. I'm looking forward to reading this. I'm not sure how long this series is going to go on for. Hopefully it'll go on up until June. There's the Penguin. To satiate my urges and desires to play Arkham Knight. And this is going to give you a good backstory, and you'll feel pumped and amped. And we'll probably know what the hell is going on in that video game before anybody else. Alright, there's Endgame one-shots too this month, I guess. I know there's a Batgirl one that came out, I think, last week, and I'm not sure what other titles are getting it. I don't know if it's going to be left strictly to, like, Gotham City characters, but this story details, it's a one-shot story. It says, anarchy is no joke. In Endgame, if you remember, there's the citizens of Gotham have gotten Jokerized by the Joker gas. Everybody's going crazy. They're Jokerized. Chaos ensues. This follows a group of teenagers, Gotham City teenagers. One of them needs to find their mommy. And it's kind of a story of survival and how they handle it and what they do. And kind of questions like, what would you do if you were in their situation? And it doesn't even seem like Batman is in this very much. There's also, like, kind of allusions to anarchy, but I'm not completely sure. If you have been reading Detective Comics, and this is Detective Comics, you just got off the whole big anarchy storyline, which was great. I really loved that story. A lot of fun. But I don't even know if anarchy makes an appearance in this. I'm not going to tell because I don't want to spoil. I know lots of people say that, Phil, you show too much. You spoil everything. I don't think I do. All right, so check it out. It's only $2.99 too. You know, they don't rape you with the $4 charge. And that's that, people. Now, I got another Green Lantern title. I knew this was going to happen, but you know what? This is my first issue ever of buying Green Lantern Corps. Now, I'm not sure what movie this is based off of. This is one of the movies of the month variant covers. If anyone could tell me, I appreciate it. What's that a movie poster of? Looks like it's got Kilowog holding Stewart there. What is it, Dave Stewart? No, that's the fucking colorist for John Stewart. I'm saying the colorist for, like, Hellboy. So if anybody could tell me what that is based off of, I'd appreciate it. This is the very last issue of the Green Lantern Corps, because this is one of the titles that's being shut down again. Has to do with DC doing away with the New 52. If you haven't heard that either, there's going to be about 25 or so titles that are just being stopped, and there's going to be like that, roughly about that number coming in after Convergence. So I can't stress enough how major the changes are going to be. I'll be honest, I don't know anything really about the Green Lantern Corps. I just discovered Green Lantern when I started buying comics again, and it's quick become my favorite series. I actually bought Sinestro first. That's what started it all. Bought Sinestro. I love Sinestro so much by Bunn. He created such a complicated character in Sinestro. He's really expanded his range of feelings and emotions. He's not just this fearmonger anymore. There's a lot to him. That sparked me buying Green Lantern. Really like Green Lantern. Then I heard about the Red Lanterns. I bought an issue of that the other week, 2 weeks ago. Fell in love with that issue that I read, so then I bought the first trade of that, of the Red Lanterns. And I figured, why not give Green Lantern Corps a shot? If I like this, I'm just going to go back and buy the trades, the New 52 trades, and see how that goes. I guess this has to do with John Stewart. It says, comes face to face with the failure that has haunted and defined him for years, the destruction of planet Jansi. I can't say it. Will he find salvation as history threatens to repeat itself? Now, this is I don't know if it's a double-sized issue, but it's a larger-sized issue. Usually this is $3 on the newsstand. It's going for $4. Got art by Bernard Chang. This is written by Ven Jensing, and it looks good. I mean, the artwork looks good. It's very unique looking. Kind of reminds me of Hellboy-ish a little bit, with some simplified colors here. But it looks good. And the reason why I love Green Lantern, it's because it's such like a vast universe. And it touches on so many subjects. And it seems like every issue that I buy, be it of Green Lantern or Sinestro, it's like you're introduced to new aliens, new species of creatures, new issues, new dynamics, new emotions that they want to cover. It's just a great series, I think, and a great universe. And I'm like totally all in on Green Lantern. It's probably my favorite universe since I started collecting comics again, bar none. I mean, if you haven't read Green Lantern yet, do yourself a favor, pick it up. I'm telling you, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. I love it. All right. On to Dark Horse, I got one title this week, Abe Sapien. This issue kind of focuses on a bad guy in the series. Abe Sapien is like down in the Gulf of Mexico area. The world is ending. That's what's happening in the whole Mignola universe right now. BPRD, it's hell on earth. Abe Sapien's part of this as well. He's separated from BPRD. Sorry if you don't know what I'm talking about, but people that, follow Hellboy and stuff, you know what I'm saying. Abe Sapien, he's the fish guy there, getting surrounded by zombies. Has struck up a friendship with a young girl, and they've had some great conversations. Like the last issue was just those two kind of talking about how the end of the world has affected them, and it was great. It was just very heavy dialogue, but what was being said was just great. Abe Sapien's got to be one of the most thoughtful characters in comics, I think, today. Really is. Very thought-provoking. Here's the girl that he's with, and he's protecting from zombies. But this focuses on some Haitian voodoo guy. His name is Arbogast, and he has a lot of powers with the voodoo. I guess he's able to raise the dead, do all kinds of crazy stuff. In this issue they show him doing ceremonies. You can see the corpses that are tied up. And this issue is very heavily focused on him, and I guess, some of his history and what he's all about. So I'm looking forward to really reading that. Looking forward to see where this goes. And I guess there's some zombie resurrection, and Abe Sapien is looking like he's having some problems, peeps. Lots of zombies. I know that every comic does zombies, but I'm feeling it in the Mignola universe. Alright, Amazing Spider-Man, number 16. I got the variant cover. Somebody taking a pic of Spidey on the subway, and they're saying, in Facebook, there's some guy on the subway in a spider suit. So this is immediately after the events of Spider-Verse. Huge event. Probably one of the biggest events in Spider-Man history. They were battling these beings called the Inheritors. The Inheritors basically wanted to destroy all the spiders and all the universes. All the universes and multiverses of spiders. You even had Spider-Ham in there. Spider-Man Great Britain. Spider-Man India. Spider-Man 2099. Any Spider-Man that you can think of. Spider-Gwen. Spider-Woman. Silk. Anyone that you can think of, they threw in these comics. They all had to band together and defeat these Inheritors. Well, they did it. Long story short, they were able to conquer those guys. This is taking place immediately thereafter. Right in the beginning of this book, Spider-Man is doing battle with, I believe it's the Iguana. I really love the artwork. It's kind of like this shell-shaded kind of coolness by, oh my god, I didn't prepare this week very well, Humberto Ramos. And I guess he's done a lot of work on Spider-Man before. I've never seen him before, so I really like it. This battle with the Iguana really goes on for a while. It's like half the issue. Spider-Man is multitasking in this too. You know, he's got to run his company. I guess it's Parker Industries. He's trying to get prison contracts. I guess he's like a prison contractor. He's trying to do business on the phone while doing battle with Iguana. And I don't know, I guess, too, that they don't really make much reference to what happened in Spider-Verse other than Peter Parker, his life essence is a little drained and he's weaker than usual. So, which is expected if you understand what the hell he had to deal with and go through in Spider-Verse. I mean, leading an army of spiders against the Inheritors. Check out the Spider-Verse saga, peeps, if you haven't already. It's great. It's great. Now, also, there's another story in this, too, starring Black Cat. Repossession. I guess she has a new costume with yellow on it. So I don't know if there's any Black Cat fans out there. What you guys make or think of that, let me know. But that's the deal, and I guess that she's kind of like a crime overlord, a.k.a. Selena Kyle, Catwoman style. I don't know much about her at all. I've never read anything with her in it, so I don't know. Okay. Star Wars #3. I gotta tell you, I am enjoying this series more and more, the more I read it. Cassidy is the artist. What's his first name? John Cassidy, which I love his artwork. I picked up Princess Leia last week, and I just thought the art in that was terrible. They do not have any likeness to what the characters look like in the original Star Wars universe. However, in this issue, and Cassidy's artwork is like pretty spot on, I think. I mean, look at Han Solo and Princess Leia there. I mean, that's like stunning likeness. They're on this moon, Psy Moon, I believe it's called. There's Chewie. It's a moon where the Imperials have like a massive stockpile of weapons. This series actually is taking place right after the destruction of the Death Star, right after the New Hope. So the Rebels kind of want to piggyback off the success of blowing up the Death Star, and they want to just jam it down the throats of the Imperials and fuck up their weapon cache on this moon. They want to mess with the production. It's basically a production facility. It's great too because it looks like in this issue there's teasings of a showdown between Luke and Darth Vader, and as you know, Luke doesn't know yet that Darth Vader is his father. That isn't happen to be revealed until what? The Empire Strikes Back, at the end of The Empire Strikes Back. So it's kind of cool if you're familiar with Star Wars and you watched the original trilogy. It's kind of cool that we as the audience kind of know what is up with Darth Vader while Luke still doesn't in this comic book. Darth Vader is pretty relentless, as usual. And it looks like they showcase him again in the cockpit. He's getting into some fights with some people, blowing some stuff up. Pretty cool. We sometimes forget how good of a pilot Darth Vader was, and I really like how they're visiting that. Princess Leia does some badass stuff in here. Look at Darth Vader watching the crumbling of the AT-AT. I mean, it's just nice to see a Star Wars title with so much familiar Star Wars things in it. Because let's face it, I was never, I'm old school, so the original Star Wars trilogy is like the one for me, I think out of all 6 of the movies, Empire Strikes Back, bar none, was the best out of all of them. I thought that was the greatest Star Wars movie ever. And I never really formed any kind of affinity for the second trilogy. I just, I'm just praying and really have my fingers crossed that Abrams can save Star Wars. And I'm confident that he can. I really enjoyed what he did on Star Trek with those movies, and I'm very confident. All right, let's move on. We got Boom Comics Hex number 8. In the last issue, at the ending of the last issue, Val, who is the curator of the museum that was destroyed, and in that museum it kind of housed these sacred artifacts, paranormal artifacts, very important paranormal artifacts. And basically the series has become, okay, the museum has gotten destroyed, now Lucifer, or Lucy, who is the main character in this series, and I love her, is teamed up with an intern, a college intern that works at the museum, to kind of round up all these sacred artifacts. Before, the lady Cymbeline, who is a badass in and of herself, here she is here, before Lady Cymbeline gets her paws on him. Now, Val, who is the curator of the museum, she ends up, she meets her maker. I'll put it that way. I'm not going to say what happened, and if you read last issue, you'll know what happened at the end of that. Kind of Lucifer kind of came back to, I don't remember if it was Val's apartment or something, and she was laying on the floor, and something no good happened. Anyway, Lady Cymbeline makes a proposition to Lucifer that she can remove the hex that is on her if she does some certain things. See, I'm trying not to spoil stuff. Anyway, Lucifer finds Val, and there's hell to pay for Lady Cymbeline and her minions. I mean, she goes fucking Pulp Fiction on a motherfucker in this issue. And this is great, too. I mean, the coloring in this is great. It's Gabriel Casada. Look at this summoning. Look at this demon summoning. And that's the thing. This issue, it kind of touches on, like, really cool stuff, like necromancy, summoning of demons, requiring special glyphs. It keeps revealing what artifact does what thing. As you can see, there's all these wacky special symbols that they have to draw sometimes. Bloodletting. I mean, it's just an awesome, awesome book. I mean, and the stylized art is awesome, which is by Mora. It's just great. And the coloring, the story is great. By Michael Allen Nelson, who's also the creator of this series. And I don't know why no one else... I watch other comic book hauls, and no one is buying this book. And I'm just surprised, because every month when I read this book, I just have such a surprise every week. I'm just kind of surprised at some of the stuff that Lucifer does. And her intern, too, has special powers, newly discovered powers, so she's kind of learning and adjusting to her powers. And, Lucifer kind of gives her advice, and there's lots of playful interplay between those two. And it's just a good series, and I highly, highly recommend it. And I hope that this keeps going, because it's definitely one of my favorite books. It's definitely on the short list. and it's definitely had a place on my permanent pull for a long time. So I want to say, you know, pick of the week, do yourself a favor, check out Hexed. You won't be disappointed. You may want to, like, start buying it from the beginning, though, because I would hate... I feel like if you pick it up now, almost, at issue 8, it's going to be kind of like... You're probably going to be like, what the hell is going on? And it can ruin, like, a lot of stuff for you. So you may want to backtrack, check those back issues at the local shop, okay? All right, $1 comic. Can you believe it? $1. It's by Oni Press. I don't know anything about Oni Press. You see that there? $1. But I do know Cullen Bunn, who is the writer for this. He also writes Sinestro. He also writes, oh my God, Magneto. He's doing Wolf Moon right now. He has another series coming out with Dark Horse. He has a great penchant for writing villains. This is called Hellbreak. And I guess the crux of this story is there's this special commando team that specializes in pulling people out of hell. They're able to, like, utilize this multi-dimensional portal. They can go in and pull people out of hell. The artwork in here is by Brian Chirilla. I don't know much about him. I've never seen any of his work. It kind of has like a fun look to it. There it looks like a hodgepodge of demons and ghouls. Well, I guess these guys get hired by some rich dude to pull someone out of hell. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. It looks like here's maybe a party in hell. I don't know. Got guys wearing goat head masks, pig masks, playing some music. But I'm really interested to see how this goes. And the fact that it was just $1, how can you go wrong, right? Even if it, like, really, really sucks. I mean, you're talking about, like, 1987 prices, right? Maybe that was probably the last time comics were $1. And it looks, you know, it kind of reminds me of Hellraiser a bit, too. If you read Hellraiser, that's kind of like what happens with these little boxes that people can open up. Provides a gateway into hell. The Cenobites, their job is to make sure that people stay in hell. Well, these guys are trying to get people out of hell. So maybe it's kind of like a reverse Hellraiser. But as you can see, I'm talking out of my ass, so I'll stop. But looks like it's a search, destroy, extract mission. So Hellbreak, it's $1, dude. Come on. $1. And last but not least, Ghosted, number 18. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't read the last issue because I kind of don't even know what the hell is going on in this series. I'm buying this strictly on the fact that it is Williamson's work, Joshua Williamson. I love Birthright. It's probably one of my favorite comics as well. And I also really like Nailbiter. So based on the strength of his name, you know, I've read an issue, I think it was 2 issues ago, where there was some big crazy wedding. And it was like a family feud between the people. The 2 different factions of undead or whatever they were. And it was kind of like a funny drag 'em out, drag 'em down affair. This issue, I've got to study up and read it, but I'm just going to be like everyone else in their halls and just say, Ghosted, number 18. That's what I got. And, oh my shit. Look, again. Again, I got a rip. Oh, man, I gotta start fucking really looking at my comics before I get them. Oh, man, this one goes, like, through for multiple pages. Holy shit, look at this. I don't know how I didn't catch this. Oh, my God. I don't know if it was Ghosted the last time. Or if it was an Image comic the last time. See, when this happens, I don't know if I should blame the store or you blame, like, if it's just some asshole who was reading it and they get perverted pleasure out of, like, destroying books or something, because that's, like, this, like, seriously, and I hate to go off on a tangent here, but this is seriously, like, through more than half the book. Look at that. See that? And I really don't want to be that guy at the book, you know, like the OCD guy. Like, you ever go to the shop and you see dudes that are like this and shit, you know, I mean, like, they're, like, really looking at it. They're, like, making sure the binding isn't warped. They're, like, studying the staples, right, for, like, stress fractures and whatnot, and they are just like, I see these guys at the shop, right, and they're, like, going through, like, every issue before they pick one out, and they have to, like, meticulously go through, like, every issue, and it's like, oh my god, you know, you expect them to have, like, a fucking protractor or, like, a level, and it's just, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that dude, but it's like, it looks like I gotta, like, really start looking over my comics more before I get them, because this is, like, this is crazy, man. And this one's, I think this is a $3.50 or a $4 book. And now it's ruined. I mean, it's totally ruined. How am I ever going to trade it or sell it or do whatever I'm going to do? So I guess it's worthless now. Let me know down below, dudes, if this has ever happened to you. Because I'd be curious to find out. Alright, we're at the end, folks. I'm sorry I was kind of going off on a tangent there, but that totally caught me by surprise and pretty much upset me. So now let's get cover of the week. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be tough. Oh my god. Oh my lord. I really like that Bill and Ted's one. I like the Green Lantern one too, even though I don't know what the hell it's in reference to. Oh, I think I'm going to go with Hexed, people. Little skull, demonic tentacles, Lucifer getting all badass, bright purple colors. You guys know how much I love purple and lavender. We're going with Hex number 8 for cover of the week. Alright, dudes, as always, let me know what comics you got. Let me know what comics you're looking forward to. Let me know what you think about Convergence. And let me know what you think about my ripped, freaking, ghosted number 18. Let me know if this has ever happened to you. Do you think that this was intentional, that someone did this on purpose? I hope you don't think I did it. But what's up with that? I've never seen it rip through, like, more than half the book. Alright, forget it. I'll drop it. Alright, guys. It's been another comic book haul. Aaron, AA, your book's going to be on its way. I'm probably going to mail it out Saturday. I tried to go to the post office last Saturday. That's the only day I can go because of my hours at work. And it ends up that the post office where I live, on Saturday, the hours are only from 9 a.m. to 12. And I went after 12. I went at like 2. So this Saturday, your book is going to be going out. Actually, it's in the trunk of my car right now. The Hellraiser graphic novel is going to be yours. So thanks for watching. Thanks for naming my comic book haul. It's been the Hump Day Haul, peeps. All right, peace. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Me am so happy you watched. I'm a dork.